Welcome to the Board Game Spotlight. My name's Jimmy, and today I'm doing a preview of Deliverance, which should be on Kickstarter right now. I want to show you the game today, give you a general overview of it, and then you can decide if this is a game that you would like to back. Click the link below, and if you do decide to back the game, let them know that Board Game Spotlight sent you. Now, this is a cooperative game. Everyone gets to play as the angels, and the goal of the game is to completely get rid of the demons off of the board. Once you do that, you will kick into the final battle mode where there will be a big bad demon that you will have to defeat. Now that is what is called the skirmish mode. And this is a version of the game that you can play at any time. Take it to a friend's house, set it up, pick your angels, play, battle out the demons, wipe them out, you're done. In the skirmish mode, everyone gets to pick an angel, and there are all different ones available to you. And some of these are what you could find in the Bible, and then others are ones that they've obviously just kind of made up themselves. And so you get to pick one of these angels, and they are all asymmetrical. There's a lot of lore on the back. They even tell you what kind of play style you will have with this angel. So a lot of stuff is built into this player board that you get. And then you get to create the game very organically. So basically you get to place these boards out however you want, as long as they share a side. And then you get to flip over these battle cards that will tell you which demons you will be fighting. So in this version, we're going to draw a couple of these. And so we're going to be fighting in this one a hateful fiend and the Sandman. And on these cards, they tell you where to set those demons up onto the board. So it will tell you, okay, I need 2 hateful fiends, and they're going to go on each one of these symbols. And then a saint, which is a token that you can interact with on the board, which saints are people in the normal, regular world. And then we, of course, are fighting in the spiritual realm. And so you place those angels or those demons out on the board in however that it says. And then you place the angels at the heavenly gates. And that is how setup works. So it's very organic. It's basically however the cards tell you to place them out, whichever ones you might get on that turn. So there are all kinds of demons that you will be fighting. I don't know how many, I didn't count, but there's at least 8 of these different kinds of demons that you could be fighting, an unclean spirit. And so depending on which one that you draw from this battle deck is what you're going to be fighting in that game. And then they're placed out onto the board. And then you get to take your turn. The angels have actions that are available to them, and then you have 2 action tokens. And so basically on your turn, you'll choose one of these actions to do, flip over your action token, and then you know when you've done all of your available actions. And there are some items that will be on your board that are free actions, and you could do those for free on your turn. Once you do your actions, then it goes to the demon's turn. Then it comes back to another angel's turn, and then it goes back to demons, back to angels until everyone has gone, and then that would be the end of a round. At the beginning of the next round, you're going to reveal what are called darkness cards. This darkness track is pretty cool. The way that this works is you will put out a number of darkness cards, as many angels as there are playing, and if you ever cannot fill up a spot on this board, there are 5 spots, and if you cannot place another card out, now you get to reveal a card instead. And when you reveal that, something will happen. Most of the time it's something instantaneous. Sometimes it's something that's instantaneous and ongoing. And let me just tell you that these darkness cards are not anything that you are going to enjoy. When the darkness falls, it's bad stuff for all of the angels. And so as the game progresses, these cards are going, more and more are going to be revealed, and more stuff is going to happen to you. And it's, like I said, it's never good. And that is a very cool aspect of this game, is when the darkness is revealed, bad things happen to you. And so you get this feeling in the game of the darkness is getting heavier and bigger, and we have to push back the darkness. There's an action you can do in the game called casting down the darkness, and so you can get rid of one of these cards. And so if it's an ongoing effect, you can get rid of that thing. I don't want to have to deal with that anymore, and it's really cool. Now, there are experience points in the game that you can gather by defeating demons. Let's say I got rid of this Sandman, I might get 2 experience points for doing that. Once you've accumulated as many experience points as there are angels in the game, everybody levels up, and that's really cool. Each angel has their own set of individualized talent cards. And so when you level up your angel, you can upgrade their talents, is what they're called. So there's a level 1, level 2, level 3. And like I said, that's individualized to each one of these angels. And when you look at all of the angels that there are, and then you know that each one of these have their own talent decks, you could tell that a ton of work has gone into creating these very unique asymmetrical feeling angels, and that's awesome. So once you level up, you are going to take a couple of these cards, flip them over, and choose which one that you want. And so as the game goes on, your angel is going to feel like they're getting more and more powerful with all of the darkness that they dispel by getting rid of these demons. There are also what are called heavenly treasures that come out in the game. And if you level up, instead of getting a talent, you could choose to take 2 heavenly treasures and then make the tough decision on which one that you want. And on these, there's usually going to be a one-time ability or an instant ability, but they also have icons that you're now going to be collecting. And then these icons match up with the abilities of your angels. So it might be how strong, how healthy are they? How much health do they have? How much could they heal? How much damage do they do on attacks? And so these will start to stack up, and you'll start to get more and more of these symbols. And so not only are your talents going to upgrade, but your angel is also going to be able to hit harder, maybe take more hits like that throughout the game. Now, what happens when you've wiped all of them out? You then go into the final battle, and there are all kinds of final bosses that you're going to fight. And so there is a final battle deck as well, and you will reveal that Prince deck, and then that is going to tell you which big bad boss you're going to fight on that round. And now in this round, when I played it this time, we played against Antiochus. And Antiochus comes out, and again, you'll clear the board off, you'll put out the demons in certain ways, and then Antiochus comes onto the board. And then Antiochus has his own darkness deck as well. And so now when you go into this final round, you are now going to be revealing a special darkness card that is just for the final boss. And this, when it comes out onto the board, will always come out face up. So every round, the longer it takes you to get rid of this big bad boss, the more darkness cards are going to come out, and they're going to hit you right away. And that is very thematic of a big bad boss. Now, something else that is very unique about the big bad bosses is that they also have talents, and the demons do as well. This game comes in difficulty levels, and I think it's very smart in the way that they created this difficulty level. There's beginner, intro, which is probably where I've spent most of my time. But then, like I told you, the angels have talents that upgrade them. Well, the demons also have talents that upgrade them, and they have what are called minor talents and major talents. And you could ramp up the difficulty on these enemies that you face by giving them major and minor talents. And it is such a smart, such a simple way, such a replayable way to create depth in this game. And so there's a stack of major and minor talents that you could go through. And so every time you play the game, this unclean spirit, if it has this bonding talent, it could totally change the way that now these demons interact and fight you, and how hard or easy they are to defeat. And so that really makes you want to explore this, and especially once you start to figure out maybe which angels we need to work together with, who needs to be on the team, and who does what, you could kind of ramp up the difficulty level on that to make this feel a whole lot more. There's a lot of depth to be found in this game. And like I said, that's basically how the skirmish mode works, is you get rid of the first level of demons, then you fight the big bad boss. And that's the skirmish. And then the campaign, I have no clue what they have hidden and waiting for you. But if they have put this much thought into the base game, then I can imagine that the campaign is going to have a lot more. But don't take my word for that. Just go and check out the campaign and see what they have to offer. There's also also a solo mode in this game, so you could play this solo, and they have this intercessor that is played just in the solo version of the game. There are status effects that go onto the angels and the demons, so you could be rooted, you can't move. You could wither, where you take a hit every single round at the end of your turn. There's empower, that makes you stronger. There's all kinds of these status effects that can be attached to you and also can be attached to the demons. That's pretty cool. So this is a prototype, so I can't give you my full opinion on the game. This is a preview of it, but I will tell you that in my preview experience of this game, really loved it. Thought that it was a lot of fun, and I cannot wait till this game gets delivered and the final version of it, because this prototype looks phenomenal. So I'm hoping when they click the production button and this goes into full production of a final game, it will be even better than this. So that's it. My name's Jimmy. The game is Deliverance. Go check it out on Kickstarter and let them know that the Board Game Spotlight sent you.